The economy is facing tough times, with the stock market showing signs of trouble and the latest jobs report indicating a slowdown. Many companies are laying off workers, causing worry about a possible recession. This video looks at the current economic situation, explaining why job losses are happening, how they affect different parts of the economy, and what the latest job numbers mean. It also offers advice on how people can prepare for these challenging times. The July jobs report has just been released, and it shows some concerning trends. The number of new jobs added, known as non-farm payrolls, came in at 114,000. This is the lowest level since December 2020, when the economy lost 243,000 jobs during the pandemic. It's a sign that job growth is slowing down significantly. The unemployment rate has also gone up to 4.3%, which is the highest it's been since October 2021. This means more people are out of work compared to previous months. The report also shows that wages aren't growing as fast as before. Average hourly earnings only went up by 0.2% from the previous month, which is less than expected. When looking at the year-over-year increase in wages, it's now at 3.6%, the lowest since May 2021. Another important factor is the average workweek, which has shortened to 34.2 hours. This equals the level we saw at the beginning of the year, and you'd have to go back to March 2020 to find a shorter average workweek. The participation rate, which shows how many people are either working or looking for work, has increased slightly to 62.7%. This is good news as it means more people are joining the workforce. However, the underemployment rate, which includes people who are working part-time but want full-time jobs, has jumped to 7.8%. This is a big increase from 7.4% and is the highest since October 2021. All these numbers suggest that the job market is weakening, which is causing worry about the overall economy. These job market changes are happening alongside other economic challenges. The stock market has been falling, with the Nasdaq entering correction territory, meaning it's down 10% from its highest point. This drop is making people nervous about the economy's health. Big companies are starting to cut costs by laying off workers and stopping dividend payments. For example, Intel plans to let go of 19,000 employees, which is about 15% of their workforce. These job losses are a big problem because the US economy depends on people spending money. When people lose their jobs, they spend less, which affects many businesses. For instance, if someone doesn't have a job, they might not buy a new phone. This means the company making phone chips sells less, and the people making those chips might lose their jobs too. It's like a chain reaction that affects many different industries. Some sources mention that there have been almost 1,000 layoffs every day since the start of the year. This is happening across many industries, even in places where you might not expect it. For example, a city inspector in Las Vegas, where there's usually a lot of construction, said they're struggling to keep their workers busy because there's not enough work. Many companies are cutting jobs because they're worried about a possible recession. Some experts think the US has already been in a recession for about 6 months, but it hasn't been officially announced yet. The writer suggests that if you're thinking about making a big purchase, you should probably wait and save your money instead. The job market is very tough right now. It's taking people much longer to find new jobs, which can lead to financial problems and stress. Some sources warn that mental health issues can arise when people are out of work for a long time and struggling to find new jobs. Some big tech companies have had massive layoffs recently. Microsoft let go of 15,000 people, Tesla laid off 25,000, and Intel cut 15,000 jobs. These are huge numbers, and it's not just because they hired too many people before. These job cuts will likely affect the quality of work these companies can do. Some sources also talk about how these layoffs can have unexpected consequences. For example, when Delta Airlines had to ground all their planes because of a software problem, it might have been related to layoffs at the company that made the software. This shows how job cuts in one place can cause problems in other areas. Does any of our audiences know of any companies that are hiring lots of people right now? Because it seems like most places are cutting jobs instead of adding them. This makes the job market even more competitive, as there are more people looking for work and fewer open positions. Looking ahead, there are 2 possible scenarios. In the first scenario, the economy could recover, leading to more hiring and growth. This might happen if interest rates are lowered, which could help companies get back on track. In the second scenario, the economic downturn could continue, resulting in more layoffs and slow growth. Some sources suggest that what happens next depends on whether interest rates are lowered in September. If rates stay high, it could lead to more job losses and economic problems. This could be bad for the current government, as people might blame them for the poor economy. The weak job market data is also affecting the bond market. The yield on the 10-year Treasury note has fallen to 3.79%, which is lower than where it ended last year at 3.88%. This drop in yields shows that investors are worried about the economy and expect interest rates to come down in the future. The 2-year Treasury yield, which is more sensitive to changes in short-term interest rates, has also fallen significantly. It's now at 3.86%, down from 4.38% at the end of last year. These big drops in yields suggest that investors are expecting the Federal Reserve to start lowering interest rates soon to help support the economy. These changes in the bond market are important because they can affect many other parts of the economy. Lower interest rates can make it cheaper for businesses to borrow money and for people to get mortgages. However, they also reflect concerns about economic growth slowing down. For people who are worried about losing their jobs, we understand how stressful it can be when a company is going through changes. Our best advice is to have a good support system of family and friends to help you get through tough times. It's important to keep trying and not give up, even when it's hard. People should work on improving their resumes, network with others in their industry, and be prepared for a long job search. Some people have been looking for management jobs for 8 months without success, so patience and persistence are key. In these uncertain economic times, it's crucial to stay informed and prepared. The job market is showing signs of weakness, but this can change. Focus on building your skills, saving money when possible, and maintaining a strong support network. While finding a job may be challenging, don't lose hope. Keep working on your resume, networking, and putting yourself out there. We wish everyone all the best through this hard time. Stay strong and vigilant. Let's make it through the other side of the tunnel together.
What do you guys think about the job report? Do you think our economy is deteriorating or improving? Please leave it in the comment below. We would love to hear what you think. Thank you for making it this far. If you like this video, you might want to share it with a like-minded friend. Thank you, and as always, stay blessed.